How are you?
Hey, Perry.
What's up? What's up, Sharrell? What's up, everybody?
Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. I mean, Monday. Not so much happy. It's just a damn Monday. I don't like Mondays.
Okay.
Okay, I do not like Mondays.
Frankly, I hate them.
You hate? That's a strong word.
Yeah, hate.
Well, okay. Anyway, we've been busy. We've been busy. We got things to talk about. We got to talk about Nicki Minaj allegedly putting a hit. What would you call it, Perry? A hit, a rough up, a take them out,
Yeah. It's
order
something.
on Jason Lee. I'm trying to tell y'all, okay? I told y'all before, I told you last week. The bloggers are way more interesting than any damn celebrity. They really are. Their lives is crazy, people, crazy, right? Except for us, right, Perry?
Yeah. No. We're not crazy.
We're not crazy at all. Okay, we're not. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about that. That's really crazy. We're gonna talk about Tasha K talking to T-Pain's alleged mistress. You know, people just give Tasha a hard time. Okay, who in the hell else is gonna interview a mistress? I'm not gonna do it. Are you gonna do it, Perry?
Hell no.
We might need Tasha K because y'all be like, get her out of here. No, she has a place as a blogger, and that's to do the crazy ass interviews. Okay,
And
we're
besides
gonna talk about that.
She get the best out of the mistress.
It's like, well, I mean, it's really getting people riled up. I mean, she has to stay a blogger for her damn interviews alone. But Cardi B ain't planning because wasn't it last week? They asked the judge to not drop her. How did it go?
Her claim in bankruptcy. It's just it's a formality just to make sure that creditors show up to say, hey, they object to you dropping their payment, basically.
Cardi ain't playing. She won't let it go. We like Cardi just been a little too long. She won't let it go. In the meantime, we'll get the interviews until we don't. I guess that's how it goes. Anyway, we're going to talk about that joke of a show last night, The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to come for nobody. Hey, I'm not trying to come for anybody's job. People be like, stop trying to get people fired. No. But if you are going to be on the air, y'all better give us better product than that.
Right.
Okay. Last night was a joke. Kandi being a freak again, her and Todd. This is what I don't understand. Okay, Kandi Burris, you allegedly get Carlos King and Phaedra fired for talking about the damn dungeon.
Okay.
Only to a few years later to show the damn dungeon your damn self. That is a weird ass couple. Okay. Todd hires Drew to be the actress, has a sex scene with the girls while he's sitting there on the camera.
It make you wonder.
What the hell's going on? What the hell is going on?
Are y'all trying to groom Drew to be in y'all kinky bedroom? What was that? What did we watch? What was that?
I don't know. The show is boring, and I guess they trying to take it after hours. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. But the whole thing with that shit, Sharrell, is sort of pathetic. You setting up this so-called movie production at the end of the day, for real. And I got these superpowers. I see shit happening that y'all know when people don't say. They just set up all this shit for a home movie, right? Let's keep it real. I mean, now, ask me, they overdid it.
Wait, I'm not done with the introductions.
Oh, okay.
You said it looked like a home movie.
Okay, let's keep it
But
real.
it was very weird, people. And then last but not least, Perry, you don't make me laugh today, okay? No laughing. Last but not least, Bravo is slapping NDAs on their employees, saying you better not talk about that damn lawsuit. NDA, you talk about it, you dream about it, you whisper about it, your ass is gone.
Okay.
What kind of mess is that? Okay, you're trying to take away their is it the Second Amendment? Whatever. They can say what they want to. Now they can't say how they feel.
Well, they signed that. They were just reminding them. By the way, you signed this document saying you can't say a damn thing.
Not a damn
regardless
thing.
of what I do to you. Yeah.
I mean, regardless of what I do to a child, let's start with that because that sounds like some blackmail, some, like scare
Uh-huh.
tactic. That's what it sounds like. Scared. It sounds like a scare tactic. Child. Let's talk about the scare tactic before we get to the main story, which is Jason Lee and Wow and Nicki Minaj. Okay, so they're saying that, like Perry said, they're reminding you that if you are an employee of Bravo or NBC Universal, you better not say anything about this damn lawsuit. And then they go into detail. We don't want you to talk about racism, sexism, revenge P, because you are under an NDA. They got wind that there was supposed to be this big interview where some of the victims were supposed to come out and speak about it. Now, look, I guess legally you have the right to remind them, shut the hell up. But it's going to be worse than that. They're going to scare people. This is what I feel. I feel like they're going to scare people into not wanting to talk. They want a couple more coons to come out like Kandi, and there's no racism going on there. They're trying to, this is a scare tactic. Okay? This is a scare tactic. Yes, boss. There's no racism at Bravo, I swear. They're trying to blackmail people into not talking. And any black person that comes out and says that there's no racism at Bravo, shame on you. You need to stand with your girls.
No, I agree.
But hey, they're going to shut up one way or the other. Anyway, listen, this wasn't going to be an easy lawsuit, but the biggest way to shut everybody up, let's scare the hell out of them, and let's make them think that if they talk, their job is in danger. Even though that's illegal, hey, we'll just just give you the illusion that if you talk, your ass is out of here. So they want a bunch of coons to go around and act like things aren't going down in Bravo, and that's not right.
That's exactly what they want.
I see no racism, massa. There's no racism at Bravo.
And
I don't know where's they be getting them ideas from. We be seeing nothing.
See, and if you start at the top of the pay chain and that person said, oh, no, I ain't see nothing, boss. And you send all the smaller people this letter, hey, well, let me explain you what an NDA is. It shuts them down.
It shuts them down.
For the most part, if they was underpaid, they damn sure ain't got the money to go and get attorneys and all this stuff. So it's just crazy.
Not fair. They don't want unions. They don't want people speaking up. They want the ability to, it's modern day systematic racism. That's what it is. Let's shut these itches up. They don't, they don't care about you. You're a number. You are a number.
They don't.
You are a number to them. And if all they have to do to shut you up is threaten you or give you some whack ass TV show, it might work because people are feared for their jobs. This is their livelihoods. What do you think? Is it going to work? It might work.
Well, I mean, this is why I think it's going to work, right? And anytime you start a movement, if you got somebody higher up, a higher pay grade, that most people know this person, they say, oh, no, nothing happened. Then you talk about the little camera guy that's back there next to the closet that got this thing. You remember you signed this NDA.
Yeah.
His voice don't have enough power to do anything. And then this is like saying, well, you know what? I'm going to give you this. But you're going to be the only one out there saying anything. So that's the illusion of it, right? If you get the upper class people that's making the most money and stuff, not saying anything, the smaller ones gonna be like, well, hey, why risk my job?
And what makes it worse is I've seen some Uncle Toms come out and say, ours wouldn't speak up either. That's our livelihood. This is how racism keeps going if you don't talk about it. If you don't put a stop to it. This is our rights. This is what Martin Luther King marched for. That's what all the people, Selma Bridge, everything. We're taking 3 steps back. It's a shame. And corporate America, they'll do it to you every time. When you start talking about people's livelihoods, people get scared, and then they don't want to talk about it. It's worse than the Martin Luther King days, because at least back then they'll throw rocks at you to shut you up, hit you with a baton. But now this is all mental. And to convince Black people that it's okay if I don't speak up, that's okay, sir. It's just ridiculous.
I think most people that go through this, though, a lot of people aren't going to say that only if it affects them, right? It got to affect them only, and then they want this voice. Then you're going to want others to speak out for your injustice, right? But the whole thing is, and I think a lot of times people do bow down because they forget their own self-worth. Like they say, oh, we can't go up against that big company. If they didn't have cameramen, entertainers, and all this stuff, that all of them are fighting for the same thing. They ain't shit without these people. But they think, well, they gonna take everybody's job.
And it's just sad. And you know what?
Sit down and not make money just for you to have some rights. You get to call they bluff. Just my opinion.
I mean, please listen. You're the talent. Without you guys, there would be no show. But you guys don't see that.
Right.
They got a whole ass list. Let me show you things they can't talk about. Not only the racism, they can't talk about the alcohol. Child, I can't. I can't. They can't talk about deliberate attempts to manufacture mental instability by applying cast members with alcohol while depriving them of food and sleep. I can't talk about that. I can't say I'm tired. I can't say that.
You better get your lazy ass up there. Go to work.
Denying mental health treatment to cast members displaying obvious and alarming signs of mental deterioration. I can't talk about that you made so-and-so the target this season and they're not mentally strong enough to handle that. We can't talk about that. We can't talk about that? Okay, thank you, boss. Just wanted to know what we can talk about, boss. Exploiting minors for uncompensation and sometimes long-term appearances on NBC reality TV shows, making them work for free. Can't talk about that? No. Okay, I got you, boss. I know. Thank you, Massa. Thank you. Distributing or condoning the distribution of non-consensual pornography. We all know what that is about this tape. We can't talk about that. I'll write that down, sir. Can't talk about that either. Covering up acts of sexual, and you guys see the word right here. Can't talk about that, sir. Please let me know when I can talk and what I can say, sir.
They basically
I gladly appreciate it, sir.
They basically saying, we know, look, we know what happened, but I just need you to forget about it.
It's crazy. Yeah. They are threatening these. This is the scare tactic. This is a scare tactic. Refusing to allow cast members the freedom to leave their shows, even under dire circumstances. We don't want to talk about Nene walking out the scene. You don't want to talk about that? Then what will we talk about? What can I talk about? How great Bravo is, how great Andy Cohen is, how he loves everyone. Is that what we can talk about? What can I talk about? Instead of giving me a what I can't say list, why don't you give me something about I can't say, sir? Andy, sir, I was just wondering, sir, what can we talk about?
Well,
I was just wondering.
If they issue something like that, it'll be a blank page.
It's sad. It's modern day institutionalized racism, scare tactics. Like, please. All these people are just asking for fair treatment. Then you get Queen Coon to go out there and say, there's no racism, sir. I swear. I just don't know what they be talking about, sir.
Nope.
Long as I get my money, I'm okay. Thank you, sir. Give me a second shitty show, second season to a shitty ass show, and I's happy.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's pretty much how it goes.
It's so bad. I was talking to somebody in my family, and they were like, what we're living through now is what we thought we accomplished in the 60s when they were doing all the marching. You better sit your black ass over there and shut up. and you can do this. And how dare a woman ask for the same amount of money as a man? I don't know how this country took 3 steps back, but we have. We have to settle for scraps.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm the talent, I'm doing all the work. But the boss man, he gets all the money.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. Like, how is this in this day and age? It's like what they went through in the 60s, the revolutions in the 70s, when things were getting better, everybody had money in the 80s, 90s was the best. And then all of a sudden, here comes the 2010s, when you have well-known white supremacists in our government. How is that helping me as an African-American woman? When you can be president and not have one Uncle Tom that you hired on your staff. Everybody else is a white male. And if it is a white female, you can best believe she's not getting paid the same as the white males.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Well, I mean, what happened? They ran across a lot of people who scared to stand up for their rights or to look for justice, right? Like I'm saying, they can pay them whatever they want to pay them if you sign up for them, but the mistreatment and all these things have to go. But then you have some people who just want you to, overlook it and just strap up, overlook anything, just strap up and deal with it.
My son, remember we would have African-American movies. We had African-American sitcoms, Half and Half, which was my favorite, the Steve Harvey Show. We have none of that. Zeus is a whole different, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Bad Girls Club on steroids. They won't give us regular roles. And then when somebody tries to stand up and fight for us, they say, oh, but Bethany's got this is wrong with her, and this is wrong with her, and this is wrong with her. But she's the only one trying to help us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. I can't with Bravo. I mean, you have shown your true colors. And, let's talk about the people that love working in the slave factory. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. Listen, Nene Leakes is the one that got them to have reunions. They would go with some of her storylines. Carlos, can you guys know how I feel about that? This show, I'd rather there not be a show at all. Then I have to watch this manufactured bullshit. It's terrible. It was nothing good is about it. Nothing's good. The only story that I feel was real and that I enjoyed the realness was Sonia having a miscarriage. That was sad. I'm starting to like her now because she's just, that's not made up. I applaud Marlo for trying to do something for children that have been in the foster care system, because the foster care system, them kids are ruined. I'm sorry. And, and it's just bad. We know people that were raised in the foster care system. You rarely do you find a Tiffany Haddish. And even then, you know what I mean? Like it's inhumane. It's inhumane. So at least Marlo's trying to give back. But as far as television, that's not a good storyline. And then the 2 freaks.
Okay.
Kandi and Todd, you hire your coworker to do a sex scene where she's eating someone out. Can we talk about that, Bravo? I mean, you put it on TV. I'm, assuming you're going to let me talk about it. Can I talk about that, boss? How weird was that?
Weird. They see this is shit people want rights for, because they let some people use all these other castmates for their own pleasure.
They showed her eating a woman out. How is this entertainment? You're putting dildos in people's underwear. Kandi she doesn't even hide anymore that she's a freak. No one wants to know what goes on in your kinky mind. And it felt like season 9 and somebody was going to come on and say, she's grooming Drew to be in their bedroom. It was insane. The girl is having sex in Kandi's bed, and Todd is sitting there. Ooh, good job. Ooh, good job.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm telling you, all this was just over the top, right? And they say, "Oh, this is production." You know, she make all this money. She don't want you to think about the dungeon and all these things. Oh no, that's beneath me. But you got your husband with his freaky ass, right? And you over in the corner directing a sex scene with these females, using them up for your own pleasure, okay? All right. We just had it in our house to save money, but you got them in your bedroom. And for what reason? And you got Kandi over there. 3, 2,
oh, weird.
Action. Right?
No, like this, Perry. Action.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I'm not interested in this. Oh, hey, Todd, can you please have her move her legs to the right? What some fucking freaks.
It was weird. They don't want to talk. They let Kandi talk about that. Bring on dildos and things, your butt plugs, and all of this freaky shit that she's selling every week. Look at my new nipple piercings. Ooh. But they don't want them to talk about what's really happening. No NDA for butt plugs. This is how you do it. She's always glad. And I tried this last night. And look, you can spread your legs this way and enter this way. But you can't talk about somebody taping someone having sex and spreading it around. You don't talk about that. But butt plugs, go ahead.
You can talk about the Christmas peach, the
what the fuck?
The dildo deluxe, but you better not talk about no equal rights for nobody.
Weird. It's weird. And if nobody's going to say it, I'm going to say it. Your husband hires your coworker to do a graphic sex scene that they showed on camera. Girl eating her out. But we can't talk about you serving people alcohol. Don't talk about that.
They never published that movie. I'm telling you, that's why I call it a home movie. Matter of fact, as soon as everybody left, they went there and put it on the big screen in their bedroom. They didn't change the sheets. They didn't change those sheets. And see, that's the whole thing about the whole thing. Like, and then Kandi acting like it's this big production where people got scripts. Look, it didn't take much for them to know. I need y'all 2 women to go in, and when they first walk into this sex, you know, to this upper room dungeon, right? To their bedroom. When they walk in there, it's a big sign to the right. It's a big stop sign. Stop. Please fix yourself a drink. Then it's a one-way sign pointing to the bed. It's a one-way sign pointing to the bed. And then right before you get to the bed, no U-turn. You get in the bed. They go ahead and freak your ass out. And then before you get out the bed, they have a caution sign. Slippery when wet.
Perry, they didn't even talk us through it. They showed it on camera. Drew sitting there. What?
Yeah.
But we can't talk about you putting so much pressure on a person that they mentally can't handle it. We don't talk about that. You can't talk about this. We can't talk about that. But we can go ahead and show a girl eating Drew out.
Right.
I can't.
Like, what kind of movie is that? They just show this part. I mean, if it was an attraction, did they show them meeting at a park? No, right to the bedroom. Right to the bedroom. And then Kandi, oh, we got it, honey. We got it. We got it, honey. They there, honey.
But don't say I have a dungeon, and don't say I tried to give somebody Molly. Don't say that. You can't work here anymore if you say that. But we can show Drew spread wide ego with a girl in between her legs eating her out. But how dare you say I have a dungeon? How dare you say I'm attracted to Portia and wanted some?
And then Todd gonna be in the bed having flashbacks. Oh yeah, Drew. Yeah, there ain't no damn Drew.
It's insane. And if people don't have a sense enough to stand up for the foolery, something wrong with your ass.
Right?
It's insane. This is entertainment. They showed it. They didn't talk you. They showed her on white sheets. Supposedly, that's my bed. That's my bed. Oh my God. Is this what entertainment has gone to today?
Yeah,
my goodness. I can't.
Pretty much.
I'm going to say it because nobody else will. rhoa is straight trash. Straight trash. Your storylines they suck. It's all about arguing and who you're humping on if your name is Kandi Burruss. It's trash. Like, please. But don't stand up for your rights.
Mm-hmm.
But I can go ahead and put a dildo on someone's underwear and let the other person's husband press the button. That's so funny.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm telling you, those two freaks in heat.
They act like two dogs in heat. They're always talking about sex. She's always talking about her nasty sex toys and what position she likes and how they have women in their girl. And then they say, I don't know why you don't like Kandi, Sharrell. Kandi has no morals. None. Period. Child, please. Okay, thanks. All right. I am running out of time. I had to talk about it. I had to talk about it. Raw is trash. And if you have children under the age of maybe 13 or younger, don't let them watch this trash. Don't let them watch it. There was no warning signs. There was no, okay, this is going to get freaky. Take your children out the room. You've got some girl laying on a mattress getting ate out. Showed it.
Okay.
Showed it all.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's pathetic, is what it is. All right, but that's not the worst. I got caught up. So that's how trashy last night's episode of Rhoa was. And you know, I'm not trying to go for anyone's job, but if you guys can't talk about anything else, they need to be canceled. It needs to be canceled. And somebody needs to stand up and demand that it's canceled, since you know Coon Kandi not gonna do it. She's not gonna do it because she gonna say, I got my money. I got mine. You're turning to Rhoa into trash. No one wants to talk about sex all the time and what position you like and what plug goes in what hole. No one wants to talk about that.
But you know what? When you live that lifestyle, though, like it's fun to talk about right now while you getting sales. But when that one day when your ass ain't home and your man's still feeling the need, that's when you're gonna have a problem. You know what I'm saying? When he takes his ass out to Magic City.
Ridiculous. It's trash. Either they're arguing or they're talking about sex or just some shit nobody cares about.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I appreciated Sonya's storyline the most. She was very distraught with the miscarriage, and I got to hurry up. All right. I'm taking too long. All right, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about this Jason Lee situation. Ooh, child. It is crazy. So I always say I don't like reality TV shows anymore because it's fake. Mm-hmm. And if you want real drama, follow the bloggers. I'm trying to tell you, we're crazy as hell, and it'd be all kind of things going down. That's not made up. It's not made up. Okay. So do you guys remember, this was like last week sometime, Jason made this post. He said, I was made aware that someone hired someone to press or harm me. I take my safety seriously, always have. Trying to have someone hurt or killed is a crime. And I be telling, not the first time, won't be the last, and I ain't scared of shit. And we was like, what the hell is going down?
Oh, hell no.
What is he talking about? Yeah, and people were saying, oh, it's Nicki Minaj. And other people said, no, it's Tasha K. Why would Tasha K? When I narrowed it down, I automatically said, that's Nicki Minaj. And I said, it's Nicki Minaj because I've seen her do other bloggers like this before, right? I really have. And I don't care if you come in my chat and be like, Team Nicki, she's dangerous. She goes too far. I said last time, I love a good fight, but not when someone is being bullied or pressured. And then all of a sudden, this appeared on Lipstick Alley, okay? So this is someone on their Instagram account talking to Nicki Minaj. And they might have a 10th grade education, the way that they talk. I'm just saying, you know. And I redacted some of the names because the names doesn't matter. It's what was said that matters. So someone's talking to Nicki Minaj. They say, at Nicki Minaj, the gist is up. No more using my brother and then they give a name. Name for clout, and you ain't trying to help Ninja's situation. This is somebody not playing with Nicki Minaj. This is why I blocked you and cursed you out when you got mad at me for not cutting Meek Mill off when y'all broke up. Meek could confirm that. Y'all baby father is nobody to me. They're talking about Kenneth Petty here, okay?
Mhm.
Like the guys, whoever said this, we ain't scared of Kenneth Petty either. He wasn't outside when I was outside. Now, does that mean out the pen or
That
what?
what it sound like.
Yeah, because outside, because this person uses a lot of slang. I was sparring him for my brother, but y'all ninjas, okay, this person got to be black. Okay, they're black. Know what it is with me. Don't mention my brother or blank in none of your records. I said what I said. They don't seem scared, okay? And he still got that same blank I had when I was robbing.
Damn.
He might want to come work for me. The fuck? This is how you know this person's black. But then it says here, these ninjas know what it is with me. You got mad at blank for not going after Jason Lee and Hollywood Unlocked for exposing your husband.
Damn.
It's getting like that?
No,
Is this what's going down?
If that game is like that, and when they get that deep,
fuck this shit, I'm out.
just saying, no, that's a lot. I mean,
It's a lot. It's a lot.
over the top. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Damn.
over the top. And I'm thinking this probably is what Jason Lee was talking about. I have a feeling, this is my personal feeling, it was definitely Nicki Minaj. And like I said, she goes after people hardcore, which I don't mind, but hers is too far.
Mhm.
That's too far. Talk shit to each other, go back and forth, but asking people to ruin somebody's career or even worse, unaliving somebody, really? Now, these are the rumors we hear about Nicki Minaj. I'm willing to bet that that's what happened. And it reminds me of the movie The Five Heartbeats. There's a dangerous side to the entertainment business.
Mhm.
When you get these people in here that want to bring the streets to the corporate offices.
To the studio.
When you have people that want you to shut up by any means necessary. I tell you, being a rapper these days is dangerous. It's dangerous. Hell, being a blogger these days is dangerous.
I know.
We can't say what we want to say. We got somebody always saying, if you say this, I'm going to sue you, or even worse. I've seen the worst comments. You say this, I'm going to send somebody to your house.
Right, right.
Well, where are we living in? Where Kandi can go spread them wide on TV, but a blogger can't talk about what they've seen on TV or what they know. It's crazy. It's crazy. And if that's true, shame on Nicki.
That's pretty wild.
Like, girl, you're going too far. We heard about how you don't get along with females, so then you come out with a song with Ice Spice. I hope the rumors about Nicki Minaj are not true, because that's ugly. That is ugly. Let's go on and talk some more about Jason Lee, because that's when you know that, because the bloggers are way more interesting than the reality TV. Now, Jason Lee is in sunglasses at night. I'm thinking this when you know you made it. When you can throw a birthday party at night, okay? Come in with shades on. I'm thinking Jason Lee then made it. What you think?
yeah, he up there.
Not only do you throw a smash birthday party where there is a star-studded event. It was a star-studded event.
Mm-hmm.
You get a full layout, Jason Lee, Mr. Jason Lee and People Magazine. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look at the people who was there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over that too. Birthday party. And I also wanted to point this out. He was at his birthday party with Cardi B. Remember, people were saying they fell out because he said, can he reconcile with Nicki Minaj? No, I'm pretty sure he just doesn't want to keep fighting senselessly. senselessly with Nicki. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But he was there with his two best friends, Cardi B and Tiffany Haddish, and then the person that gave him his start, Floyd Mayweather. But it was like a lot of people at this party. Oh, I didn't do that. There was oh my God, I wish I could show this. Meek Mills. What's that guy named Jeremy? The really good looking guy. Too bad I didn't put it up here. But anyway, this was a star-studded event. I feel like when you wear glasses on the inside, you've made it. Congratulations, Jason Lee. Seriously.
You said the shades did it for you?
It's the shades at night. When anybody comes to an interview with shades on or shades at night, you be like, how do you see through that? You doing that because you can. We all know when a person's wearing shades at night for the cameras, they're trying to hide their eyes since they be sniffing the nose candy. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That's Megan's opinion. I think it's a status thing. I don't know, but he's in the shades at night. Child. It was a star-studded event. The who's who of Hollywood was there. But you know who wasn't there? And this is shocking. Nicki Minaj.
Oh, well. I figured she wouldn't be there.
Nicki Minaj was nowhere in sight, but Cardi B was there. And it was a star-studded event. So if he has this thing going on with Nicki, I'm going to keep my eye on the situation because I've talked way too long. But happy birthday, Jason Lee. And congratulations on your People magazine layout.
And I'll say happy birthday, but I'll tell you this. This is what I'm thinking. There's no way in hell that I think they'll reconcile him and Nicki. My mind's telling me no.
If Nicki Minaj is doing the things that people are accusing her of doing, if the rumors are true, and she doesn't want any other female artists in her zone, it's kind of, it's not right. You're supposed to embrace the younger generation. So I'm glad that you made a record with Ice Spice, even though, this is just my opinion, there's no way in hell Ice Spice can out-rap Nicki Minaj.
No.
So you get like a girl that don't know how to, a one-hit wonder, but it's a start. It's a start. I'm not dissing you, Ice Spice, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, you're a very pretty girl. Your mom's gotten a lot of pub this weekend because she's just as pretty as you are. But as far as rap stature,
she
Nicki, Ice Spice. I'm just saying. You know, that's the one thing I love about having my own channel is I can say what I want without threatening letters from Bravo. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's talk about that. Let's talk about this Tasha K thing, and then I gotta go. Okay, so Tasha K is allegedly, I can close the damn thing. I forgot. At the star-studded event at Jason Lee's birthday party, this breaks my heart.
Oh, damn.
This breaks my heart. I don't know what to say. Was Chrisean went, and he has pictures of these two on his social media. They also have them on the Shade Room and on the Neighborhood Talk. First of all, Blueface, why are you there? Okay, we know now this is no shade to Blueface. I'm just being a reporter or, talking about what I see. You can't get in many places while Chrisean. There, I said it. She's the big hit over at Zeus. It is what it is. We were cheering for you. I have to do my Tyra voice. I'm so disappointed, Chrisean. I was pulling for you, but you're back with this.
No.
I know
Exactly.
she's back with this no good two-timing. Jaden's probably at home waiting for him to come. He's probably sleeping with both women.
Right. See,
that is nasty. That is nasty.
For her, and you went on a limb, and you was just praying for her.
I was praying for you, Chrisean.
You did all this stuff, but I'm telling you, I'm wondering if she relapsed and went back. But when I seen a photo of her at old boy's party, Jason Lee's party, they was hugged up as if she never left.
Oh my God.
I
Perry,
just,
okay, let me ask you this. Is Chrisean and Blueface lying to us for pub?
I really
Faking these
don't. No,
breakups,
no, no.
getting that girl that can't
I
dance
really
to
don't think
claim she
so.
spent 30,000 on her body.
Because at times when he was his baby mama, he seemed like he was his baby mama. I think Blueface just got a sister wife situation going on. I mean,
Can't
that's
you
what I'm
get
thinking. You know what I'm
diseases
saying? Like
from
he got
raw
his,
dogging both women? This
yeah,
makes no sense.
he
It
got his
makes no
Tuesday
sense, but it gets
special, Friday special. He got it all.
it's so sad. Let me tell you why. When you're young, these young girls, they like the bad boys. He doesn't call her Chrisean. I have not heard him call her Chrisean since they've been on television. He calls her bitch.
Right.
And
And
she
B,
responds to it. So she was getting a little stronger. And she probably would have left him if it wasn't for the baby. He realizes I'm nothing without Chrisean. They don't want me back on season 2 of Crazy in Love. They are saying that this is Chrisean's show. Let me go get back with her. Then, allegedly, she was seen smoking weed while pregnant.
Yep.
While 8.5 months pregnant. Now, don't forget, Chrisean, you were spotted drinking early on. I don't even know what to say. I can't.
Yeah, no, it's a sad situation, but you know, from what you're saying, that you think that she's really sticking with him because of the baby. No, people use that for an excuse to say why they choose to be ignorant and stay with a person that's no good for them. Or maybe she just simply loved the battle between his baby mama and herself.
Jaden,
Mhm.
and they have nobody with any common sense to straighten this out.
Mhm.
Because Carlisa, his mom, is just as about batshit crazy as he is. With all due respect, Miss Carlisa, you didn't go to any parenting classes. You're on Twitter and Instagram like you're their age. I don't know anybody my age that goes on Twitter talking shit. When we go on Twitter, when we go on Instagram at our age, we're talking about something. I'm not up there just, no, man, like, oh my God. It's Chrisean, I have to let you go, honey. I was pulling for you. You're young. You think you're in love with this no good deadbeat, and you tried to get away from him. I'm hoping, because, you know, some people are saying it was all set up, but he's going to bring you down. Okay, bitch? If you let him call you one, I'm going to call you one too. Listen to me, bitch. He's trash. You're
bringing herself down
while you're 8.5 months pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
You're at a club. You're at a birthday party, crowded, star-studded. I get that. Maybe you're there for work reasons, but don't bring him.
No, I'm with you.
Harry, you're a man. What are your words to Blueface? Like, keep your hands off of women, you scumbag.
Well, I mean, that's what he should do. But any words I could have for Blueface, he's not going to take them. And even, hell, you don't try to give her words of encouragement, advice to move on. We ain't going to have the baby excuses why she's sticking around. And we definitely ain't going to have it that he's bringing her down. She's bringing herself down.
And then do you guys, not only that, she says that she left him.
He don't respect his baby mama, and he damn sure don't respect Chrisean.
He don't. He don't. Hell, he don't respect himself. He does not respect himself. First of all, that whack ass song has been over and done with. Tatiana, whatever. You're a loser. You're riding on Chrisean's coattail, and nobody told you. You tried to make it seem like it was the other way around. You can't get in if Chrisean's not there. You still at the door talking about, I know Jason Lee. I know him. I know him. They're not gonna let you in.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Sad. It's sad. It's sad. Chrisean, the smoking, you know, I don't know. Perry, can you smoke weed and be okay pregnant?
Look, I think any kind of smoking when you're pregnant, but I ain't no doctor or nothing. You get some people, oh, you can do it, but then most people say you shouldn't smoke while pregnant. They didn't specify cigarettes, cigars. Oh no, you can't do that, but you can smoke that weed. I ain't never seen a book that suggests smoking while pregnant.
I hope it's okay and I'm overreacting. I'm hoping that you could smoke while you're pregnant, and now all my only complaint is you brought the bum with you. It's a mess. But then, and let's be real here, okay? I'm just venting. But that is the baby's father.
Okay. And I mean,
I'm just trying
where
to
we supposed to
see it
start
her
with that,
way.
Sharrell? He the baby father. He's also the person that disrespect her.
Yeah,
He got a many titles.
yeah,
He also is a man that don't respect his baby mama.
yeah. It's bad. It's bad. Let's see if anyone want to come up 15 minutes. I had some other stories, but I'm talking too much. I am. I'm talking too much. It's a
It's all
lot
right.
going on. I hate to see that.
It's
But,
Monday.
Chrisean has a light in her. It's something special about her. Yeah, she's ghetto as hell, but and then she gave her preacher that money this last week, and she wants to do good. She's 23. It's where you make a lot of mistakes at that age. It's just a lot
She
going
want to do good
down.
outside of Blueface, but
Yeah,
Blueface and her are toxic to each other. At this
yeah.
point, I can't even blame one over the next one.
It's a mess. It's a mess. Hey, Asatu.
Hi, how are you
Hey,
doing?
good,
It has
good.
been a long time.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. Hi, Opinion. How you doing?
Some opinion.
All right.
That's good.
Sound off really quickly, Asatu. Sound off.
I just wanted to make my mea culpa because when Real Housewives of Atlanta started, you said that it sucked, and I was disagreeing, but now I have to agree because it's really boring. It's really, really boring.
Yep.
There is nothing going on. They recycle the same storylines. Nobody cares about Bob and his hidden daughter. Nobody cares about Sherry being a glamour. She never, she, I mean, the kid is cute and all, but we don't care. Seriously, we don't
Okay.
care.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just hope that Kenya's project to have other kids by Mark Daly is just a storyline because that's really
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
And Candy has no storyline. Candy has no storyline. Like, it's time for her to go. I agree with you. Either she goes or she stays a friend of the show because she brought everything she could bring. The door is closed, like Nini said.
It's time for Candy to go, girl. It's time to go. Uh, sound off, Opinion. Sound off. It's a lot.
Yes, I just wanted to add something about Chrisean. For me, she was always a lost cause. I never had hope for this girl. This girl is so done. I just hope that,
Asatu,
yes, sorry, I don't have hope for her.
but
I
she's
don't have,
pregnant with a man's baby now.
I have
So
hope for their kid. If they take the kid away from these people, they might have a chance. But honestly, Chrisean and Blueface don't need to have more children.
damn.
Look at the way Blueface is talking to her son. His
Yeah.
son is
Yeah.
bringing him
Mhm.
around
Right,
strippers
right.
and girls twerking. He needs to have a vasectomy, and Christian needs a tube tie. And Stewie or whatever her name is, the Mexican one, same thing. They are too toxic.
They're
Their
very,
people
very
don't
toxic.
deserve it. Very,
Yeah.
very toxic. And okay, and I think that you are so spoken, Jason Lee. I don't like the guy, so I don't care about his birthday. Bye.
Mhm.
Damn. Thank you, Asatu.
Thanks.
Take care. Take care. Can you hear me now, Opinion?
Sharrell, I told you when you was like, we gotta have her for. I told you, Chrisean ain't gonna change. She is who she is.
Uh,
She one of them ghetto girls, okay? She gonna be a ghetto girl, okay? And I'm gonna pray for that baby, cause that's who need the prayers,
do you
okay?
know if it hurts the baby if you smoke a little weed?
It actually does, and they actually test you. Supposedly, every doctor is supposed to test you when you come for your prenatal visits, so that the baby brain is not damaged from the smoke of.
Damn.
Oh, that's just
And let
terrible.
me tell you something. Okay, so with the Atlanta scene, even if you was gonna cut production down and say, "Hey, I'm saving money," why did it have to be your bedroom? Why did it have to be your tub? Like, no, I'm serious. You got a whole mansion. You claim you got a whole nother house that's connected. You couldn't have made another room a master bedroom for this scene. You know what I'm
What?
saying? Like,
No.
I don't want nobody else in my bed. I don't
Even
want
worse,
nobody
they
else in my
showed it.
room.
They actually showed it on camera. Like,
I
they didn't
know.
talk us through it. They showed it.
I
What if
know,
I had
but
my child in
I'm
the room?
just
Who
saying
wants to see
I'm
that?
saying the fact of it being her actual bedroom, her actual master bath. Like nobody's usually that reckless to say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna let somebody get in my bed or on in my tub," because that's your actual juices being put on somebody
So
else's bed.
I get your opinion, but what if that was their
How you doing,
ultimate
Sharrell?
turn on? That was their ultimate
I,
turn on.
what'd you say, Perry?
That's their
Well,
ultimate
hell,
turn on.
it don't take much to turn them on anyway.
Well, yeah, right.
You see how
How are
Candy
you going to
said you want to go in there
complain?
with
How are you going to complain about people saying you have a dungeon, that y'all set your eyes on somebody, you be giving them Molly? How are you going to complain and then turn around and just be, you got your dildos in other people's panties, you got the sex scenes, you're talking about how you bring other people in your bedroom? I think that you don't qualify anymore to judge Phaedra or Carlos for saying some of the same things that you're saying now. Oh, everybody come on in my bed. Come on in. Long as you sign an NDA, it's cool.
It's
Oh,
just
how
weird.
dare you say that I want to hook up with Portia? And not only
It's
did she get
weird.
upset,
Sherelle, do you have anybody else? Just a curious question. Do anybody even come in your room and sit on your bed?
girl, why are you in my room?
Exactly.
No,
Exactly. Nobody goes in somebody's intimate space and even sit on, even if it's clean sheets. You don't want somebody just sitting on your sheet, on your bed. You
and
know
then
what I'm saying?
you notice like normally when you film something, you have to set up the cameras, but they said the bedroom because the cameras was already set up from their previous parties. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real.
It's disgusting. Latoya, sound off. What did you think about Roa having a sex scene that they showed on television?
Hi, Sharrell. Hi, Perry.
Hey,
Hi,
what's up?
panel.
Hey,
I just feel like you said, they have a whole guest house, right? So if they needed to cut down on some type of production in any shape, form, or fashion, you can make a makeshift bedroom. You don't have to use your personal space. And not only just saying that these two are intimate or acting intimate in their bedroom, in their bed, you got all the production, like it's a whole bunch of people that come with that. So just me and my personal space, I wouldn't want anybody, amongst that threshold like that, so that just goes to show that they're into that kind of stuff. They don't care, but it's wide open in their world,
well, let's take it a step further. How is it I could show on camera a girl eating another girl out, simulating it, but we can't talk about the money?
Right.
We can't talk about pay. Like, we can't talk about racism. Like, what?
Right.
We can talk about this nephew who got shot.
And I think that goes to show that you give a person enough rope and they'll hang themselves. I think Kandi speak on it. Her doing that, and also Bravo's production, they didn't have to show that. They chose to show that.
That's right.
So when they get the backlash of it, it'll so-called fall still on Kandi's lap, because that was her scene. It was her home. It was her storyline that she added in there. And so when all of these things start to add up against Kandi, that'll be their way out of it, is that we caught, backlash from the up aboves and the powers that be's. And so this will be part of their reckoning of, letting her go and not coming back next
Everybody's
season.
saying that. People are saying Andy is intentionally letting Bravo do this crazy shit because they don't want Kandi back, and that's his way of giving her excuse. Do you believe that, Latoya?
I do believe that. Like I said, I feel like whatever, it's like she made a deal with the devil with her backsliding the group of girls and getting off that group text and then going back and wanting her production company, wanting her spinoff shows. At the end of the day, did it kind of benefit her in the moment? Yes, it did. But when you think about somebody in business, if you're willing to do this to these other people, what are you willing to do with me? right?
Mhm,
And so
mhm.
they don't want to be in a situation to whereas now, she may make a deal or tell the business that's been said at the table amongst them that was supposed to have been private on why they discarded Nene. And even back when, they said that they had to kind of band together and protest and not film until some things were made right. And so I think she's remembering that and knowing that we have all these women, but Nene's on the outskirts. So let me use that as a leverage along with the Black Lives Matter. And she tried to do all of those things in the favor of just her. She didn't think of
Just her.
the group as a whole,
Mhm.
And so when people do underhanding things like that, it's going to come back in some shape, form, or fashion.
It definitely is. Definitely. You can't do what it's just setting us back. It's just crazy. I don't know what she's smoking or what Kandi and Todd are thinking. It's just disgusting. Dustin, sound off.
Yeah, what I was gonna say on this topic, Shabria, is it. Do you? I don't really think that Rhoa will last. If Candy leaves, I don't think that Rhoa will last another season.
Well,
It
hell,
shouldn't last. That's what
I
we're
mean,
trying to say. It needs to go. Bye bye.
no, no,
It's
no, no,
over.
no, no. Sherelle, I think you misunderstood him. He said he don't think if Candy leaves, the show will last.
And
Hell,
I'm
she been
saying
there all season and it ain't worked.
it's not lasting now.
Yeah, right.
Candy,
I'm not.
it's just
I'm not.
bad.
I'm not. I think you misunderstood me, Shabria. I think I see that the show ain't lasting now, but I think it'd be worse without Candy. What I'm trying to say is Bravo needs to get if Bravo needs to end the show now.
They do.
Wait, way even before they need to start filming for a new season. So what I'm trying to say now, Sherelle, is this final season. This seems to be the final season right before they start filming for the next season. And if they do start filming with the next season without Candy, it will not last another season. And if you think their views going downhill now, you just wait to see what next season will be like, especially if they get rid of Candy.
With Candy, without Candy, it sucks. It
Candy
needs
ain't
to
bringing
go.
nothing to the show. I don't
She's
understand
not.
what your fascination with Candy is.
I
The
think they should
whole
fire everybody. Everybody has been here for 10 plus years. They don't have
Let-
anything else to do.
All
Like,
right,
even
let me ask you, Sherelle. Okay, so how if you think the Candy if you think the Candy is gonna leave this show, how do you think that she's gonna do with her own show? Her show got renewed for another season, didn't it? Or
I
Candy and
didn't say I think Candy was gonna leave. Now, originally they
no,
said that she
I
was
didn't. I'm not saying that. I'm saying didn't Candy show just get renewed for another season?
You talking about the
You talking
restaurant
about the
thing.
old lady gang, but that was part
old
of the
lady
it
dirty
gang
was
deal.
restaurant.
boring.
Yes.
It
That
was
was part of the
boring.
dirty deal that she went behind the group's back in getting
Hmm.
her production company, getting her own spinoff. And I'm sure they signed at least a 2-season contract, regardless of what the ratings or what have you. Like Candy
No, it was
Smart.
canceled at first, and then when she spoke out and said, "There's no racism here," all of a sudden it was picked up and renewed again.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Oh,
that's what I'm talking
But
about.
with Candy, without Candy, let's just take Candy out the picture. It's over. It's over.
Okay, yeah, it's over now because it's over because the season was getting awful. I
It's
I
terrible.
I
It's
I
awful.
I've been watching it, Sherelle, since season 2 ever since Candy started, and this season has been the worst season ever since I've been watching in my whole entire life.
But
This
look
season
how
is
long it's been. Like shows aren't meant to last forever. It's been so long. What? 20 years? It's been a long time. It's time
Well,
to go.
you
It's
know they
time to
say
go.
Portia's coming back. It's supposed to be set in stone that she's coming back. So
Well,
hopefully
that
that'll
might save it because I do like Portia and she brings numbers with her. But they've got to step up these storylines if
I
Portia
right.
comes back.
I
They
like
oh,
can't.
Portia. I
love
like
Portia,
Portia as well.
please.
But if Portia comes back, I think that the show might be saved. But I'm not gonna say it's gonna be safe for a long time. I think it might be the final season if
It should be.
if it even does come back.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sound off, Kobe.
Well, I wanted to say that I don't dislike Candy, but she's highly manipulative. I wanted to start off by saying something positive about Kandi before I go off on her.
Okay.
I think I like that she likes herself, unlike other people on the cast. She hasn't got any surgeries or anything like that on her face. Uh, Looking at Todd, she likes her own self, her own reflection. She's not like Kenya and Phaedra, who found the first light skinned man that they could find to have a baby by. She went ahead and found her a regular black man, which I do respect that about Kandi.
Okay.
But one of my issues with Kandi is that she's manipulative. Like she's the reason that the show was going down because she's the one that teamed up against Nene. Not only did she get rid of the powerful, strong Nene and kicked her off of the show, she did the same thing with the strongest singer of Escape. She got rid of Latasha. I know she was behind that as well. So she plays behind the scenes, that people do her dirty work. And then we got the best voice of Escape, Latasha. Now not in the group. No one wants to listen to her music. She's in the same situation almost as Nene. After you deal with Kandi, she makes certain you have no job and your reputation is ruined. And no one wants to do it. That's all I have to say about her.
Speaking of that show, I wasn't too fond of the way Kandi treated SWV, like second class citizens. Why do you do people like that? Like that was so uncalled for.
I agree.
And
when she was talking about
no matter what, no matter what she tried to do, SWV is legends in their own right, and you should have left it at that. But you were trying to demoralize these women, and as if Escape is better. Y'all are in two different lanes. Escape is good, and so is SWV. How dare you try to shit on SWV to promote your group that argue and go back and forth? You guys can't even get along. It's crazy.
Right. I agree with that, Sharrell.
Yeah.
And I don't like that she did it publicly.
She did it publicly. She tried to humiliate SWV publicly. She talked about their clothes. Like those were supposed to be your friends. You don't do friends like that. You just don't do it. Anyway, I think she embarrassed herself more than she did SWV. Dawn, who are you supposed to be today?
That's I am Bob Whitfield.
Who is it?
Bob Whitfield.
You are messy. Sound off, Dawn. Sound off.
Listen, let me tell you something. Kandi ain't saving nobody's show. They have made her the queen bee, so-called, of Housewives of Atlanta for the past 4 or 5 seasons. And each season, the ratings have gone down lower and lower and lower. The only reason she's gotten the second season of her flop show is because she's gotten on her knees.
Yeah.
And possibly prayed to get it.
Oh, I thought you were
messy, Perry.
No, but you know, I mean, come on, y'all. We gotta stop. We gotta have some reality here. She's not the star that everybody's making her to be. Yes, she's a good businesswoman. Yes, she knows how to do product placement on the show. Yes, but is she bringing good ratings to the show? No. Kenya just released, I mean, they just did a whole, with the interview with Carlos, they just released a snippet of that. Kenya said they didn't even show half of her storyline this season, even the opening of her spa, because of other BS on the show.
I mean, it's bad. But what I want to know, Dawn, and you probably can't answer this question. Our history as African Americans, we fought. We had to fight for equal treatment. How do you set your mouth to say there's no racism when you're the only African American saying that? What kind of person does that? Kandi will sell her soul for $1. Now this is way beyond storyline. We can argue about that and her freakness, but to turn your back on the movement, what is wrong with you?
But in order for her to even think that they needed to implement, even for her to even sit down to have the discussion of having more Black production, but let's use my production company, she's seeing some type of inequality. Like there was no equal, I guess, production status of just Black people in the arena that she was seeing. on, I mean, she's been on it, what, 14 years now? So to have to sit down and have that conversation, there's something going on that's not right.
When you're the only Black person saying that there's no racism. And
Exactly.
I don't understand it. You turned your back on us. I don't care if I didn't get along with Nene. I don't care. All of that is just, you know,
let me ask you,
squabbling. That's neither here nor there. But when you see that your sister being targeted and treated unfair because she's Black, and you say nothing, you say nothing. And I think Kandi's problems stem back from her mother. Her mother's a mean, selfish person, and I think that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And that's why nobody wanted to watch that show. Them three mean women treating Todd like he's the dirt on the bottom of their shoe. No one wants to watch that, Kandi. So all of your family's meanness is boring.
But Sharrell,
you should be ashamed of yourself as a Black woman.
Can I ask
who has
hold on 1 second, Kandi, go ahead.
Who has Kandi been loyal to on this show?
Herself.
Other than Kim Zolciak for a season and a half and Don Juan.
I mean, it's crazy.
She hasn't been loyal to anybody. It's about the almighty dollar for her. Whenever
and if you ask me,
products there, that's it.
Kandi was so nice to Kim Zolciak because she had a plan to go after Nene. She had that plan since season 1, 2. And that's okay. Things get political. People go back and forth. Fine. Well, I'm done with Kandi is that you the only Black person up there like some house ninja talk about I see no racism, ma'am. How dare you? You're taking us back.
Can I ask something about that? Did she say that she didn't experience it, or did she say she didn't see anything on Bravo? Because
she said Andy Cohen is not racist. She had no idea what the other women were talking about. Don't make me play it again. She said Andy Cohen isn't racist. Then she went behind the other women's back and negotiated herself a good deal.
Yep.
There's no explanation for that. And as far back as slavery can go, there's always been a traitor amongst us.
Right.
There's always been a traitor. And on rhoa, it's Kandi Burruss.
But also, I seen where Kenya had the interview with Carlos, and she spoke, which I think that was a great thing for Nene, because she spoke about how they were talking about how Portia ended up becoming like a full-time or whatever, and she was saying because Kim kept walking out, kept leaving, and so that's kind of how Portia kind of got on in there, because they were needing so many, ladies to be on cast or what have you. But just given the opportunity of, not only does she still have a job after not wanting to film or going cast trips, but then they turn around and give her own show because she didn't want to be with the Black ladies no more. She wanted her own thing. So that's racism in itself, when you're allowing somebody to show that this is why I don't want to be amongst these ladies, but I'm going to give you your own thing. So it's like they're agreeing with it at the same time.
They actually said that Kim Zolciak actually used the N-word.
Yes.
And Andy Cohen did nothing but gave her a show. How dare you close your eyes to that, Kandi? How dare you?
Well, do you all remember season 11 reunion when Kim stormed out? She said when she went in that bathroom, she said, all these Black people, there's no racism. There's nothing going on. And Andy stood right there in that women's bathroom and said absolutely nothing to her.
She said no other white woman would be crazy enough to come on this show. That's what she said.
Right. And she said there's no such thing as racism.
But,
she said that in that bathroom. But,
she said there's no such thing as racism. She sure did.
Yeah, and Andy stood right there, and he didn't open his mouth. And in that same reunion, Nene kept asking her, "Well, why do you have your own show?"
It's just bad. Is it Tatiana?
Yeah.
It pisses me off. Sound off.
Oh, I sure. I still like to say, last week I was trying to get onto you. I couldn't get to you. You said why does Andy like Kandi so much? I think, when the whole thing about Phaedra come about it, maybe, and the production said it to Kandi about their whole, the dungeon thing. I think maybe the production probably know, and that's the reason why Kandi has her over their head, and that's why they have to do everything Kandi wants. I think that's why she's getting so much favor from the show, really, and that's why she does.
Also, too, they can control Kandi.
Yeah,
they
and
can control Kandi. If I can get you to say that every single Black cast member is wrong and there's no racism on the show, then I can get you to do anything.
And that's the reason why Phaedra can come back, because she had so much
exactly.
So it's both ways. It's playing both ways. It's not just for Kandi. It's also for Bravo as well, because if they know what Carlos allegedly said to the show and they hiding what is going on, that's the reason why they use a Kandi. So they both using each other, really. Honestly, that's all I have to say.
I just feel that. So I was talking to my family member who's older, and they were talking about how when they try to integrate the schools, how they threw things at children, pushed them, poured water over their head. They beat us with batons for Selma, just stuff like that. How do you not stand up for your people? Kandi Burruss is a disgrace, and Kandi Burruss is what's wrong with America today. We have crawled through broken glass to overcome racism, and you're going to sit us back like the house ninja that you are about 10 years. It makes your ancestors died for the right to vote. Kandi will say there's no need for Black people to vote. How do you hold your head up high? And I don't care how much money you got. I don't care who you buy a Beyonce ticket for. It means nothing. It means nothing if you're a traitor to your own people. And I'll never like that chick. I mean, I didn't like her too. She was over-sexualized to begin with. But when you turn your back on Black people and then try to convince us that you didn't, well, I get to use my production company. We're all Black girls. Shut up.
Exactly.
It's not going to work. You are a disgrace. And anybody that doesn't see that, you got a problem. You really have a problem if you're African American and don't see through Kandi's bullshit.
Right, and that's what I agree with, right? But I think a lot of people see that she employed Black people and stuff, but they don't see the bottom line. On one hand, they say she's just a great businesswoman, all about her coin. Yes, that's a fact. She is. She used these Black people for cheap labor, and I bet you all those little restaurants, their rats probably make more than the employees.
So how do you expect us to have your back, Kandi, when you won't have ours? How do you expect us to stand up for you? Why should I be proud that you're the highest paid housewife when you only worry about yourself?
That's it.
When your own daughter says you're not spending enough time at home, when Todd feels like nothing, look at me, I'm here too. He said it's all about Kandi. You've taken selfishness to a whole nother level.
And then really, now that you bring it up, the only reason he got some attention with that movie is because he was going to have two women laying in a bed, and she was down for that.
That was disgusting. That's a disgrace. You got people fired for talking about your sex life, for talking about the Molly parties that we all hear about, but you fired yourself when you showed that scene this weekend. It was there was no warning. Usually they say, viewer, this is not for small kids, out the room. Nothing. Just two women in the bed moaning and groaning.
Their bed.
It really was. Anyway, yeah, everybody's saying it was too much. It was too much. And they showed that, but they want to make sure you don't talk about the bad stuff that's going on at Bravo. This is corporate America's bullshit at its finest. Shut them up. Don't let them talk. Free labor. Because the money you're making that you think is good money, Andy Cohen makes 10 times that. So sad how people can be manipulated with money.
And let me say this too about people that always say she's a great businesswoman. I do give her credit for having that drive and all that stuff. But I think if they take her off Housewives, if Housewives of Atlanta go down, let's see how successful she is with that Mama Grits and Ham restaurant and all this crazy shit she got a year or two down the road. Now, I want these same people to come back and say how great of a businesswoman she is.
I think people are coming around. Look at the audience. They were like, what happened was just a disgrace. Her not standing up for her people was a disgrace. And then the sex scenes. Why do we have to put up with your kinky lifestyle? Like, it's not cool. But you claim everybody was lying on you when they said there was a dungeon. And then slowly you admit, well, we might have a person or two in our bedroom, but they have to sign an NDA. Oh, this girl is just trash. And then just as a whole, let's take it off Kandi.
Yeah.
rhoa needs to go.
No, I agree.
Sorry. It's not what it used to be.
Reboot or do something. Something got to happen because
reboot. I'm talking fire everybody and start all over.
It's boring.
Bad.
I
It
don't
needs
know if you saw the interview of Kenya with Carlos Kling, but she was talking about a spin-off with her daughter. I think that idea is good. I would be more interested in that than Real Housewives because Brooklyn is such a cutie. She's more entertaining than the rest of this woman. I don't know why they didn't pick the idea only to do OLG all over again. And honestly, I tried to watch 2 episodes and it was really a bore. So Brooklyn and Kenya in Paris, I'm all here for it, personally.
I just think
And this is the trash that we're stuck to watch. In the 90s, we had options. When they, it was just different. Misbehaving, sound off really quickly. I didn't want to leave you back there.
That's okay. Thank you very much, Sharrell Perry, panelists in chat.
Hey.
Hey, look, is it just me? But Todd is attracted to Drew.
Is it just you? You seen that sex scene?
Todd he was giggling, he was smiling like a Cheshire cat. He said they made the right decision when they cast Drew. He had that same dancing elf in his eyes like he has for Portia. And Kandi doesn't. Yes, baby, I'm about to talk about it. Look, Kandi don't like Drew. Kandi can't even hide her disdain for Drew.
Damn.
Kandi go ahead.
But how does that work when you bring people in your bedroom? See, I don't know. But do you think you got how does
Well, they said she liked to dip in the pond more than she likes to swim with the sausage. So, if she's never at home, rumor has it, if she's seldom at home, they have an understanding, her and Todd. But that's not going to work long term. Because as Todd gets his name out there and get his paper up, he's going to trade Kandi in. We're from that generation where, you're a lady in the street and a freak in the sheets. They thought I was a good old, cause my ex-husband and thought I was a good old conservative woman. But baby, I turned up in the bedroom, but that's just for us.
that's what you do. That's your business. I don't understand this. More the merrier. And then,
but can I talk about that cooning? I'm sorry for saying this word. That shucking and jiving, boot licking. Kandi is another Nene. They're two heads of the same, one side of the same coin. They're both the same. They were jockeying for top bootlicker. Nene let her emotions get the best of her. She let pokes get in her head, whether it's the cast members, production, or Andy, to pit her and Kenya against each other, when really they could have been greater together. All this time, Nene been looking out for Kenya taking her spot when really it was Portia. Portia came on the show. Portia's younger. She's beautiful. She's a thought box. Honey, she'll bust it open. She'll crack
tell
the
you
joke.
Yes. Don't hide it. Just say it. But
yes.
What if you bring other people in your bedroom, misbehaving? What happens if Todd likes another? Like, how does this work out? What if Todd
he's gonna leave? He's gonna leave Kandi. That's what's gonna happen. Either Kandi gonna put up with it, or she's gonna be a single mother. Now Kandi has the money, but baby, she loves to brag about Todd is the one taking care of the kids. Kandi gonna end up having to pay Todd spousal support and child support.
And he gonna be gone. I'm gonna tell you right now. He didn't take those sheets to the laundry room. He don't pack them up for safekeeping.
No, I'm seriously. That would be my worry if I had group sex. Is what if you just don't put your husband in that position? What happens if it goes wrong? What do you do then? You can't get mad at him. You invited it.
Exactly. But Sharrell, you got one of your subscribers in the chat. She said it just right. Delightful by design. He wants his Drew smell on that bed. Now that is icky and that's creepy. Like I can understand. Look, I can understand recording in your house, but in your bed.
I was done. Sound off really quickly, Michelle. I got 4 minutes.
Okay, yes. Number one, that was disgusting. Number two, I am with everybody else. That is exactly what they wanted, Sharrell. It's what they wanted. It's nasty. Todd was getting his rocks off. They hand selected Drew. All the kissing stuff. Yes, it was just backhanded agreement. And listen, I listen to you every time you have your hot topics and you tell all the candy lickers, as Perry says, to get out of the chat. Yes, I like candy because I'm old school and I like to escape, but I'm not stupid. I'm not about to go guns blazing. Everything she does is right because I don't agree with that. I think a lot of stuff she does comes off as very thirsty. And I do think that what she's doing, not standing with the girls, is horrible. And I do agree with your other subscriber who said she's hanging herself with the rope that Bravo is giving her. Everything that she wanted Carlos and Portia fired for, like you said, she is laying the red carpet for herself to walk right on down it, doing everything that she was so disgusted by. It's proven to be who she is. And the show, I'm disappointed. It's not what it used to be. I used to have such a good feeling on Sunday nights, ready for that show, ready for the music, ready for the thing. That thing is trash. It needs to go.
But look, Michelle, it goes deeper than that. Any adult that's seen that scene would have said, we can't have this on camera. Is Andy Cohen setting up the show to fail?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think so. I think he wants to wash his hands of it, but it's easier for him. Now imagine I'm rubbing the top side of my hand and then I turn it around and rub the other side. You know what that means. You're old school. It's easier for him to wipe his hands clean, turn his back, and put the ball in the girl's court. You all did it. I tried.
Exactly. That's what he's doing. There's any producer worth half of their weight would know we can't do this, we can't do that, but he's letting this stuff happen. And then he's going to say,
especially with all the litigation right now, you don't do that. You have to say, wait a minute, we cannot roll this out. We can't roll this out. He needs to be tugging on Candy's ear. Like, listen, but you know why? He doesn't care. Like you've been saying the last few shows, he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
And Candy ain't stupid. He's been a producer for over 2 decades. He knows what will work on TV and what won't work on TV. And there's just no way that scene should have went down. Period.
He wants, when this show goes out and fails in fire, he wants to be able to say he went out trying, and he wants to blame it on the girls. And they're doing a real good job in making it easy for him to do that.
Can I just say, like with New York, he made an effort to try really hard with New York, and
exactly. You know what? He even made an effort with Vanderpump Rules.
Exactly.
They even turned their tragedy into a whole another drama inside their drama. He knows what to do. Like you said, Sharrell, he's smart. He knows how to take this crap show that they've been putting out all season 15 and turn it into a wondrous work. That's Andy Cohen. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't want to.
It doesn't want to. It's not doing anything about it. Because you can see the rates the New York was giving them. It was nothing, but still, he went all out for it, even making sure he created a new scene for it, but nothing with Atlanta. So he doesn't care.
He's sick of it, and he's sick of them.
Everybody in the chat is agreeing. Andy, we know what you're up to. Just cancel the show and let them go out with their head up high. This is ridiculous. Just cancel the show. Anyway. All right, y'all. This is a mess. Thanks for coming up, speaking on it. This is a mess. Last night was trash. Next week is a season finale. And then stay tuned for the 3-part boring ass reunion. That's what I'm
talking about. Sharrell. It's not 3 parts, it's 2 parts.
Good. And then
that's all they need. That's all they need.
But if he brings back Portia, he might save the show. Portia, but put the show around Portia. Let her friends come on and Simon and all of them. Then the show might be a success. But right now, this is trash, and you should do better as a producer.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, if any of their ears are all right, like I'm offended. Okay, real fans, if y'all don't know, we are offended by season 15. Okay, we are offended. This has been an offense. It's been a waste of electricity. Y'all pulling from the mainframe. Y'all pulling from the grid for nothing. All this effort and labor hours over nothing. This show has not delivered not one episode this whole season. It's sad.
It's sad. It's a setup. It's a setup. Y'all walked into the trap. It is a setup. And you hear Kenya complaining about they're editing this wrong. They didn't show this about me. It's a setup. It's a setup. An easy way for him to say he tried. This is bad.
Exactly. That's it. He wants to wash his hands of it and not make it look like big mean white man put the black girls out of work. He wants to make it look like gave black girls a chance and they effed it up.
Right.
And they're making it real easy for him to do that.
Yeah. We're not fooled. We're not fooled over here, Andy. Do better, do better. Take that show off, reboot it, and never do this stuff again. It's sad. All right, you guys, I gotta go. Thanks, girl. We are on to him. We might see it next week. I don't think I heard it's not gonna get any better. And I heard that and I'm not trying to be funny, that the reunion was boring. When production doesn't like the product, it's bad. And even they know it's bad. So, Andy Cohen, you're not fooling us.
Listen, Sharrell, those folks are on the blogs. Their ears are to the YouTube streets just as much as ours are. They hear this stuff every week. They hear this stuff every day. And they hear it. It's all over. Everybody knows the ratings are horrible. Everybody knows that the show is boring. It's a yawn fest. It's horrible. They know what it is. Yes, they know. So what they did was went into their little dark room to say, how can we make this not our fault?
They think we're stupid. This is crazy. But anyway, Bravo got a lot of problems, and rhoa is just one of them. Trying to scare these people, it's just a lot. But anyway, you guys, I got to go pick up my grandbaby. So thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Pull it apart again next week because it's only one more. It's the season finale, and then it is what it is.
Well, Sharrell, you want to go out with our song?
Yeah.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
All right, everybody. On three, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys. Bye.